Hello, 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 my gods, my goddesses. Welcome back to my channel, Goddess of Truth 35, where I bring to you enlightened, intuitive messages from the divine, from source, from God, from the creator of all things, good and bad, from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, hope all is well. Well is all. I'm going to get into this message and see what source has to say to the collective. I'm going to do a collective read, and I'm going to come back and do each sign because I really don't implement that in my readings. But I'm going to put on each zodiac sign and do a reading. So it's up to me to put that work in. You know, you got to put that work in. So that's how I'm going to put the work in, because I don't like to keep doing repeated collective energy, just pulling on all that energy. So I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to do certain signs, you know, so I'm only pulling on a certain amount of energy at that particular time. So without further ado, let's hop in. I hope I said, I hope all is well, and well is all. Take what resonates, leave what does not. This is for entertainment purposes only. If something do not apply, do not force fit it. I'm not a therapist, licensed coach, teacher, or anything of that nature. So I ask that if you need that help in that profession, that you seek it in that profession. But you coming here for these readings, and that's what you about to get. So we finna get into it with the collective. Let's see what aspect, what essence of our spirit is speaking to at this particular time. Like I was saying in my intro before, it's the energy of like feeling real free. This collective energy, so it's like the energy overall is like this sense of freedom, 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 freedom. What do we have, Spirit? What part of my collective you want to intake this message? Magic, like I said, do you believe in magic? Magic 31. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic eccentric ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand, as profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestations. Yes, like I said, this is magic. Like, if you're not woke to if you're not awakened to your magic, to your power, to your gifts, to the abilities that you have, like this card says, it says, the frequency of magic supports our eccentric ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move forward, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. Like I was saying in that other reading, that dream work, like, this is like, you making your dreams come true, like manifesting, really moving toward. This is like you knowing that you have a source of power. Because if you do not know that, then you are sadly mistaken, and you're not living in this time. Because like the card says, to expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities. So if you're not in the moment, then you have no clue of how much magic is floating around at this particular time. But if you are in the moment, you are in it. You are in the magic, so you know and you feel and you see. You know that you have the ability to alchemize. It's that personal alchemy that's been coming out all week. That personal alchemy, believing that you are the puppet master. You are in control. Though we have a lot of laws, legislations, and systems, governments, and people above us in this so-called ego and authorship, we have control. over what's around us. You know, you create your own magic, your own life. You know, you have, like I was saying earlier, you choose to be happy, create your own heaven on earth. You know, you can really pull shit out the universe, you know? I mean, you just gotta know how to do it. You gotta believe in that magic. You gotta believe in that magic. And that's what it's about. It's about, we know that this is, we're shifting at this particular time. So we need, in order for things to really shift and shift for the good, because see, we got people and stuff going on where they don't want us to expand, they don't want us to ascend, they don't want our third eyes open, they don't want us gaining this spiritual knowledge, this growth, this belief. They don't want us with this certain mindset, because if you have enough people on this certain mindset, you'll be able to shift the reality, because we're energy, which means we're pure, whatever it is, we're pure thought. You know what I'm saying? So if we can get enough people to get to this point where they know and trust that they have this ability, this power to be greater, you know, to be more than what it is that they've been taught or shown, then that reality, it shifts in that form, and things have to fall into play. That's what a reset is all about. So that's what's going on at this particular time. It's about living in the moment, trusting, like, regardless of what's going on, because like I said, it's a shift. So it's shifting, it's moving, you know what I'm saying? So it's coming out of a certain state, going into another state, so it will look crazy. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it will look crazy. You know, like a lot of people waking up and they're, you know, quote unquote spiritual and, you know, different things like that's because a lot of people are waking up, you know, and a lot of people are spreading that knowledge. So it's catching a lot of people. So even if these people have no clue about what they're even getting themselves into, let me tell you something. It's not a bad thing, because it's for the better. Because people can be spooked out by tarot card readers and different things like that. But at the end of the day, I ain't never met no tarot card reader that was... You got people that you don't have to be a tarot card reader to be a bad person or to be considered a witch or a warlock. If you just out here setting bad intentions, see, that's what it is. We have these words that's set before us and that have been explained to us and taught to us a certain type of way, to when you hear it or see it, certain stuff, you already offended by it because somebody done told you what that was about, instead of experiencing it or seeing it for yourself or digging in to find out the knowledge. Because at the end of the day, we already know shit changed. Don't nothing stay the same. You know, though there's nothing new under the sun, there's still a cycle. There's still a time and place for things to happen, like that infinity symbol. Like how you could be, if you fall off, like you could be like, I fell off. Okay, in order for you to fall off, you have had to be on at a particular time in your life. And if you ever fell off, you have had to not be on a particular time in your life. So it's like a yin and a yang type energy. You know? What do we have coming out here for the collective? What's this magic, Spirit? Clarifying. Let's get this energy. What's this magic? What do you want my collective to know at this particular time? Spirit, please and thank you. We got number one, beginning. Like I said, this is the beginning of something new, something big, something that we haven't seen in a long time. So this is like I said, if we can get enough people, it's moving, it's shifting. There's no stopping it. I'm getting the chills just thinking about it, because there's about to be a shift, a real shift, where the reality is not going to be the same. I don't know why I'm hearing two Americas. I saw a study or seen up on that a few years back. And it's crazy because when I went to Google it or look it up or whatever the case may be, there's a lot of things that I ran across that I can't find anymore. You know, from a few years ago, I can't find it anymore. Like certain things, it's almost as if it was put in my view or in my presence for me to see it and store it for a certain time. It's weird as fuck, but if you know, you know. It's magic, like it's unexplainable. And that's the whole thing. When you believe in the magic, you don't need to explain shit, because it's just that magic. And if everybody not tapped in to know that they are magical beings, or they hold or possess a certain type of power where they can manipulate and do and orchestrate things in their lives the way that they want it to, not how everybody else want it to, then you will be mastered. That's the beginning of a new world order. See, they want to place their new world order on us, but no, if we can get enough people vibing high to believing in themselves and knowing that they have the power to be okay, like I said, if any of this shit fall down, the government or whatever, we have to be able to sustain within ourselves, come together as people. See, their job or their mission is to conquer and divide. That's what it's been since the beginning. That's what it's been since the beginning. Now it's time for another beginning with this card. I'm feeling like the hourglass is turning over. This is that symbol. If you turn this card sideways, this is that infinite symbol, that infinity symbol. This is that new beginning. Time for things to freaking shift. That new beginning. It's time for us to get on one accord. How are we going to be able to sustain or hold up as a people if we're listening to these people and believing and taking in everything that they're offering us, when it's designed to make us not know that we're capable or able to sustain or take care of ourselves, or, you know, come together and be one as a people? How? We got to reach out, like I said. We got to reach out. You'll hear in my message before. That's the energy that I'm getting, that freedom energy, that let loose, that cut loose. That's what I was just talking about in my intro. Get that freedom energy. You just feeling like you want to reach out, collective, and just do it like Nike, whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, you've been taught to be in a mindset that you can't do what you love to do or what you want to do. You can't reach out in your own voice. You got to reach out with what everybody else said sounds adequate or sounds productive or sounds... No. And I feel like you're reaching out, collective, like regardless of what anybody think. Like, this ain't about nobody else. Like I said, this is that freedom energy. You breaking free from all cords. You know, as far as to what people think is right. Like, that shit don't matter. And there's so many people on this earth. What one won't do, the next one will. Like, you gonna fit in somewhere. It does not matter. Just do you. Especially and be free within that doing. Because like I said, whom the sun set free is free indeed. This is new beginnings. This is learning how to step into what reality you want. Man, come on, we gotta wake up as a people. I was just seeing something so powerful where, and I seen it twice. So that really rings a bell. That really rings a bell. It was a Monopoly board with a lot of black men bent down as the table, holding it up. And someone said with the caption, if we all stand up, if we all just stand up, game over, because it was demonstrating all of those black men were sitting around the table like this and had the board flat, where there's a lot of white collars sitting around suited up playing Monopoly. Get the drift? Playing Monopoly. And the caption said, if we all take a stand, game over. And then I seen it again. I think this was like the same day or a few days after, where I seen there was these mechanical like straw men or whatever the case may be, and they were headless, and it was a circle table and a ball on the top of it, and it was going around like this right here or whatever, and it was like something, it was like they would have they were trying to catch the head or something crazy. But it was like when one of them lean up to try and get the head, it's going to off balance the table and just crazy or whatever. But this is about reaching out, standing up, standing out. Period. Standing on your business, bro. Like nobody runs your life. Claim your name. Make your voice. Like for whatever it means. Like we only get one life to live at the end of the day. Don't let nobody shade you. Collective, don't let nobody shade you. You don't owe that to nobody, but you owe it to yourself to reach out, to be heard. In whatever fashion it is you want to be heard in it. Twin flames. You could be dealing with the twin flame at this particular time. Yin yang and balance. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Yin yang and balance. Union and duality. God darn it. Complement polar opposites. Wow. So you could be dealing with the twin flame at this particular time. And you could have been going back and forth with this person. And it's like you possibly want this person around. You want this person in a certain extinct collective. But it's like they the total opposite. But that's that twin flame energy. It's about you finding that balance within yin and yang, that union and duality. So whoever you are, you and this person complement each other, though you're polar opposite. So that's what makes it great, or whatever the case may be. Because you could be in your love situation or whatever. You know, a lot of the times we be like, you want somebody just like you. You feel what I'm saying? You want somebody just like you. They say get with somebody just like you. A lot of the times that don't work like that, because you got to realize that, bro, if you with somebody that's just like you, that shit gonna get boring. That shit gonna get, come on now. You got to have somebody that's somewhat opposite, bro. It's just only right that you have somebody that's somewhat opposite of you. That's what makes it funky. That's what keeps it alive. That's what makes that, you know, that's what provides that yin and yang energy, what keeps it balanced. Because you would think same page mean balance, but it's like it's a yin yang thing. Perfection. 4. So you're definitely crafting some kind of perfection here. Some kind of new beginning. So it could be some kind of reconciliation with you and a twin flame situation. Or you and your twin flame could be going through things at this particular time. Like I said, you're just embarking on new ways to be at this time, collective, that purification. So you're finding out who you want in your circle and who you don't want in your circle. So I feel like you could be going through it with a mate or something of that nature, and it could possibly be your twin flame. So it could be a lot of imbalance with you seeking this purification. So this could be a temporary breakup. but some kind of reconciliation, because we got this reach out here. So somebody is cleansing themselves, or you're trying to cleanse your energy before you reach out to this twin flame energy, or them so doing the same. What do we have? What do we have for my collective spirit, please and thank you? What's this purification? What's clarifying? Purification. Whoa, that was a lot. What's the purification, spirit? We got creating. This came out earlier. You got creating. Yeah, like I said, this is that magic. This is you being that carpenter, that molder, that shifter, that shaper. This is you creating. This is you creating your own craft, your own destiny, your own beginning, your own love life, your own relationship. It can be just what you want it to be at the end of the day. You know, it doesn't have to be what nobody else wants it to be, or say that it has to be. Like, because I feel like whoever you are with this twin flame, you could have went through war with this twin flame. Y'all could have been going through it. But whatever it is, I feel like you've learned yin and yang, because whoever you are, you weren't always with this perfection, this purification. You weren't always who you are now. Like, with this one beginning, this is something new for you. Like I said, a lot of people could be stepping into just correcting self-corrective criticism, or whatever the case may be, evaluating themselves, being that man in the mirror and wanting to straighten up themselves. So sometimes you have to detach. In isolation, in order to work on thyself, you have to be alone. There's no such thing as just being crowded and always around people. If you're self-healing, you know, working on thyself, there's a point of isolation and withdrawal that takes place. And I'm getting that's what happened with you in this twin flame energy. Y'all possibly had to, it wasn't even you that didn't want this person around. It was the energy possibly that they were dealing in, and you detaching from that energy within yourself that caused this separation. But somebody's about to reach out, or you possibly want to reach out to this person, because there's some kind of purification. Maybe you feel like you're ready to start creating, crafting, and molding this new beginning that's here for you. Because magic is in the air, so anything is possible. Especially, like I said, when you're operating in love energy and light energy, that is how blessings and miracles are created. They're not shaped and shifted and molded from chaotic, erratic ass energy. That's not how you get abundance and prosperity. You don't get it through chaos and pandemonium and just misfit ass behavior. You don't get it through that. You get it through light, love, and peace. You know, what you put out is what you get back. What you put in is what you get out. What you get out is what you put in. So it's yin yang. That's that yin yang imbalance energy. Union and duality. Complement, polar opposite. This is you working. This is you, somebody, you did some healing within your shadow side. You've done some work. So I feel like you understand, or you now have what it takes to allow this twin flame, or to reach out to this twin flame to possibly help them overcome or conquer or get through their shadow side, because it may not be something that they face yet, but you faced it and you've had that experience. So now you're ready to create possibly a safer, a better foundation in order for this person to be able to heal. So maybe you're ready to reach out to them. Maybe you have what it takes to be able to sustain, or to give them the knowledge, the courage that they need to get through this dark side. Because whoever this is, they're still going through a dark side, because they're still coming up as polar opposite. So they're not yet on the same page as you. They have not went through that purification process. But you, on the other hand, collective, you could be ready to reach out and start helping people. Like I said, go back and look at my little introduction. That is exactly what I was talking about. You're ready to reach out and start helping people because you've healed from that place. So things are no longer bottling. You're no longer bottling dark energy. You know how to work and to operate in your light energy. You know the yin and yang. You have a balance now. So you're able to reach out and start creating, like I said, shifting and molding the lifestyle or whatever it is that you want to come into fruition in your life. This is beautiful energy. I'm going to get one closing out. I'm going to get, because I don't want the message to be too long. So I'm going to pull from my Egyptian Gods deck and see what Spirit wants us to know. Closing this message out. And I'm going to try to make my further messages short because they're going to be, I'm going to do each sign. That's something I don't normally do. This is a collective read, so this is all sign, any sign. What do we have for my collective spirit, please and thank you? We got hope. ANUKET 22 hope. Let's read on it. We got ANUKET, but that's in Spanish. So we need it in English. So ANUKET 22 hope. ANUKET. However you pronounce it. Some people pronounce it different. Hope. She is depicted as a woman with a high head dress made of reeds or ostrich feathers. More rarely, she is represented in the form of a gazelle. Being the goddess of the Nile, she is linked to its floods, which bring nourishment, fertility, and prosperity to the earth. This is where she gets her name. She who surrounds, that is her envision of the lands that embrace every being to bring fertility and happiness. She represents the generosity that gives rise to life. Trust in the protection of ANUKET, who will guide you and bolster your courage, who gives you intensity and hope. Even when renegade, hold on, however you pronounce that word, even when reunifications and sacrifices arise, remember that hope is in the heart of the optimist. So this is exactly what I was saying. Like, this is the energy of you getting that courage to go for what it is that you know, that hope, that inspiration. So you're being led by ANUKET at this particular time, and you're being infused with this hopeful energy. That's why I feel like you want to reach out to this twin flame energy, because you're feeling this hopeful energy that, you know, if I can help them, I will help them. You know, you're in this creative state at this particular time. You're ready to let your water flow. You know, you've, like I said, you've conquered something. You've gone through something. You've conquered a dark night of the soul here. Shadow work. You went through hell. So now you're in a state of heaven where you're able to offer that peace. Offer that shoulder to lean on, that ear to hear. When you're going through things, you can't when you're sitting in or settling in the fact that you have problems and different things like that, because what you consider problems might not be problems to the next person. So, and when you're on a certain journey or you're being led down a certain path, problems are not really problems. Yes, there are obstacles and things like that, but that's why the card says to be optimistic. That means do what it is that you got to do to get over that obstacle, if you get what I'm saying, because they're gonna come. You know, so this is having that hope, having that strength, that courage to keep moving forward, or to be able to be that helpful hand for people in need. That's what I got for you, collective. I'll say keep going. You're going to get the end results that you're wanting. Be creative. Your energy going to speak for itself. This is a new beginning, a new thing, a new era, a new time where you're ostracizing and putting in the effort towards your magic, your creation. You're creating your lifestyle. This is, you're reaching out. So Spirit is saying closed mouth don't get fed. So keep reaching out. Keep doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing, collective, because things are going to hold up for you. Just keep having that hope. Keep creating and going towards what it is that you desire. That's what I have for you all. Be blessed and stay love.